let me share with you a controversial piece of advice I gave one of my clients. Okay, um, you know, my long-term clients, especially, I tend to have daily sessions with them. Okay, if not daily, every alternate day or whatever. So this particular client of mine, a very young, beautiful young man. I mean, beautiful in the sense, well built, very smart, very courteous, very nice, gem of a human being. He wants to make something out of his life. So, I'm his personal branding coach, and sometimes he definitely asks me advice on life and career and love and all that. Single. So, um, he was telling me that there is this girl where he goes out for his workouts. Okay. And there is this girl at the juice bar. Some of the gyms have a juice bar. Okay. So there is this girl who's there at the juice bar. And he has been very polite with her. He's been very courteous for months now. Okay. And here and there, he has always told me that he has been, he wants to take her out on a date and all that. And mind you, this guy is slightly financially better off. He's a good looking guy, huh? By the way. He's a good looking guy. His physique, he has a perfect six pack, well educated, everything. However, he is slightly shy when it comes to girls. Now, obviously, this girl who's there, she's working, she's a staff. So obviously, she's not earning very high. Decent girl. Okay, good friends. So obviously, he kept asking me for advice. And one day I told him, why don't you ask her out for a cup of coffee? So he tried, and he asked her. And she said, yeah, some other time. Fine. So obviously I told him, why don't you ask? Maybe she has a boyfriend. So she has, then it's no point. And she said, no, she doesn't have a boyfriend. And obviously they started to interact more. She would talk to him. She wouldn't touch, hey, what is this? So what do you have on your ear or your chain? She would physically initiate contact. So I told him this shows trust. Now, finally, I told him, why don't you ask for Facebook or WhatsApp so you can interact with her? And, she gave the typical response, no, I don't use Facebook much or Instagram much. But your WhatsApp, which is here, she said, is this the same number? He said, yes. Saying, I'll add you there and I'll chat with you. He said, fine. Now it has been a week. It has been a week that she didn't respond to him. So he kind of asked me, like, what do you think? I said, the very fact that she didn't add you or she didn't initiate means she just looks at you as a good friend from afar. That's about it. So he was feeling slightly upset. I said, look, man, there are many fishes in the sea. This is not the only one. Okay, so just let it go. Now, what is the controversial part? He later on told me, this obviously he didn't tell me, that she was giving him an attitude, that, she was not, he used to treat her with respect, but she kind of acts funny and all that. Now, he didn't tell me this before. The minute he told me this, I told him very simple. If someone respects you, you respect them. If someone acts funny with you, you can either act funny with them or just ignore them, put them in their place. And I told him, see, listen, it's okay to be humble and nice, but bending over and taking people's shit is not acceptable. And if a person who is working at a lower level is showing you attitude, you can easily flaunt your wealth and put them in place, but you don't do that. But mentally understand, she is at a particular level. You're at a different level. Why are you bending over? And I give him the simple example. Let's say, for example, you were a multi-millionaire many times over. I mean, would you take shit from roadside people? He said, no. Saying, but in her case, see, I'll tell you what the problem here is. Whenever we see a girl, especially men, we see that innocent face, we see the petite physique, we see the smile, and we feel, oh, what an innocent, poor thing. Because we have this concept, innocent looks like this. When we see movies, when we see cartoons, when we see those cute creatures, when we see a baby like face, we feel that is a child. We let our guard down, our defenses, and we feel so. How do you know what the person has internally? Maybe the person's a mental psycho. Maybe the person has low esteem issues. See, I'm not discounting the fact that maybe he is not her type, or maybe uh, she has other priorities in life. I'm not discounting that fact. But when someone starts acting funny with you, you don't have to take shit. Then finally, just to make him understand, I gave him a simple example. If tomorrow you have a daughter, let's assume you have a daughter, you're married, you have a daughter, and she happens to fall in love with a poor man, okay, who's working, a poor man, what would your reaction be? The response he gave me just pissed me off. He told me the typical Hindi filmy, or this Hollywood response. If that guy has a good heart, then I'll encourage my daughter. Look at the heart, not at the. I said, what the fuck are you talking, man? Are you bloody retarded? I seriously asked him. See, just imagine. I told him, okay, since you're not talking sense because you don't have real life experiences, here's a simple example. My daughter, if she falls in love with a poor guy with no money, okay, and she says, oh, this is true love, I'll give a very simple option. You stay in a nice villa, there you'll stay in a hut. Here you have AC, air con. There you will not have anything, maybe table fan. Here you stay in a nice big spacious place. There maybe you'll sleep on bed space. Here you don't have to work, you can study. There you'll have to go to a factory and be a cleaner or and earn minimum wage. What you spend in 1 day or 2 days with me, you'll be earning 1 month. Here you can have a future, you can have education. There you'll have absolutely nothing. If tomorrow you want to give your grandchild a good education, here you can afford. There your child will be playing in the sewage or in the forest or with all the other poor children, and your life will be relegated to working in a farm. You can either travel the world, you can see the world, educate yourself. What do you want? I know there are people who choose life of poor. Fine, be my guest. All this is only in Hollywood movies. Then in that case, why you and me? Why are we working hard? Why are we earning more money? Why do we strive for a better life? Why are we striving for more opportunity? I know what you'll say. Oh, money is the root cause of all evil. Yeah, then stop working for money. Go to a charity in Africa and serve the poor, right? All bullshit people give. I told him, you're going to a gym, that costs money. You're driving an expensive car, that costs money. You stay in a fucking expensive house, that costs money. I just gave you an example. If a guy who's earning minimum wage, who can't even afford to enter the building because the security would not let him, he doesn't even have the money to buy maybe the shoes that you're wearing, and you say, yeah, I'll give my daughter. Are you fucking crazy? You have to maintain your fucking standards. See, before you even jump the gun and say, oh, Loy, I never expected you to be like this. A poor man thinks like a fucking poor man. A poor man's mentality is that of a poor man. A poor man has poor man habits. A poor man doesn't know what the bloody hell is investments. What is the importance of education? What is the importance of... They don't know how to network with the who's who. I was not born rich. I was born poor. Okay, that's a fact. Not like poor, like in like beggar and all that. But you know, how did I grow out of all this? Because I broke away from the society, tradition, culture, mentality, people's, relatives, because they all were thinking like the same, behaving like the same, acting like the same. I educated my mind and surrounded myself with greatness. That's why I am where I am. If I copied the habits of my parents and relatives and all the bums who I left, I would be an employee earning the bloody minimum wage, worried, oh, I'll lose my job, or what will I do? It's very easy for people to talk. Yeah, lecturing others, oh, look at the heart and all that. Yeah, why don't you marry someone who is, even the girl that I got married to, okay, I'll tell you, she's not the only poor girl. Okay, there were so many like her, so many. But I'll tell you, some of them, their character, their mentality, their behavior was so rotten. There are girls who look like they're poor, petite, and innocent. But man, once you come to know their real side, you're like, oh bloody hell, man. Don't don't live with the mistaken assumption that poor people are all pure of heart and they are the children, children of God, and rich people are all evil. I always tell my clients, and I tell people who are young, marry someone who is at your level or little bit higher. Don't aim for, you are at this level and aim for a king or princess or multi-billionaire, or you're at this level and you look at someone so terrible and poor, they'll never understand the value. Like, for example, a simple thing, even my wife, she's not perfect. Like, I'll tell you, I have purchased the latest Samsung Galaxy Tab for my baby. Okay, just wait until this vehicle passes by. Irritation. Hmm. I have to smile, even though I find it irritating. Okay. Okay. So I was telling you, right? I purchased the Samsung Galaxy Tab for my baby. Okay. Now that tab is not cheap. I bought the latest one with the pen. Okay. Now, why am I bringing this example up? All my electronic device is super clean. There's no smudge. There's no marks. There's nothing. My baby's and my wife's electronic device is sticky with juice, food. Is the screen is cracked of my wife, both her phones, and I literally had to buy military grade protection just to make sure my wife doesn't break that also. Okay. Now my baby's thing is, whenever I see my baby, she says sometimes, "Oh, the screen is not working. Screen not working because there's food and sticky stuff and rice." And I asked my wife sometimes, like, "Don't you keep this clean?" "Oh yeah, but baby makes it dirty, no?" So I'm like, whether even if I were to buy the cheapest or the most expensive, they would continue doing the same. Now, why am I bringing this example? Because my wife, where has she been taught that this is an expensive device which she can maybe never afford if she were to work by herself? Take care of it. I have to train her. And you might laugh at this, you might find this shocking. I'm telling you facts. There are, like, a simple thing. When I bought her the latest computer, latest to study and learn, same thing. The baby was smearing all sticky stuff and all that. And she was allowing the baby to slam on the keyboard and all that. And she used it just to watch YouTube. She didn't study anything. And when she shared the information on her Facebook or social media, nobody commented, nobody congratulated her, nothing. But if when I bought gold, which was maybe same price as that computer, just maybe a gold earring, 400 friends of her village. Wow, that is amazing. There's no value for an electronic device that I purchased for her education. But there's a lot more value for a gold that they can just wear and show. Now, this is not me bad mouthing about her. This is how they are brought up. So I sold that computer. I bought her a laptop. She never used it for anything. I told her, learn how to use a laptop. And she's saying, smartphone enough. No, you can type. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, this is the mentality. The mentality matters, man. For me, I've accepted all this because I'm not perfect, she's not perfect. And I'm glad she's like this, because otherwise, if I'd get a money minded person, maybe I would go mad. I prefer this ignorance, like they say, the village idiot kind of simplicity. And this is not me trying to put her down, but this is the fact. Uh, we live in we live in a world that is, it sounds nice to say everyone's equal and treat everyone equally, and the real practical world is so different here. We get only these keyboard warriors and idiots who have not seen life, this younger generation. Oh, we have to treat everyone equally with respect. Yeah, run a business and have a couple of people from the village from India work for you. See, even if you wish them happy birthday and all that, they'll say, who the fuck cares about your birthday? You give me money. It's like that. There's no sense of appreciation, there's no gratitude, nothing. People will actually look at you as, oh, if there are people who forget the nationality. You give them money every month, they'll say thank you, but then you'll happen to hear from someone, or they'll say, what he's doing? You think he's doing anything great? He has lots of money, he's only giving me this shit. So what's so bloody big? These bastards, you should take all their money. I've actually heard this. They have a sense of self-entitlement. He has so much money. Why is he giving me only so little? That is their response. Nowadays, if you give beggars in India small amount, hey, what the hell is this, man? Give me something proper. That's how people will respond. Just remember, life is not that straightforward and simple. And this is exactly the same thing I told this guy. Stop being a nice guy. Stop assuming the world is a rosy, nice place. Maintain your self-respect and dignity. I used to be a nice guy. Fuck, the world literally ripped me to bits. That's why people say, Loy, I know your heart is good. Yeah, heart, liver, kidney, everything is good. But that's how I got fucked. Today, when I put my foot down and learn from my mistakes, now I'm succeeding. Stop being a nice guy. Stop being nice. You'll not succeed. That's all I want to tell you. I told him, treat that female the way she should be treated, at a lower level. And don't bend over. And the example for your daughter, I said, please, don't have a child, don't get married, because you mentally are not in the right place. First, learn to respect yourself before you end up with another person, especially another life where you're supposed to guide them. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Good, bad, ugly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Chal.